Coming up next, brush fires ablaze in many Oahu neighborhoods tonight. How that's affecting response time for other emergencies. 3 chances and you're walking. Why critics say a new law targeting speeders is still too weak. And California officers took a softer approach with this car chase suspect. We'll show you how it ended.
New Roundup Fast Act foam knocks out weeds in 24 hours. The leading imitator doesn't. New Roundup knocks out weeds in 24 hours.
It's a beautiful morning.
Ask your doctor about Vioxx, a prescription medicine from Merck, and find out if Vioxx is right for you. Vioxx.
I want my baby back. I want my baby back. Ribs. I want my baby back, baby back, baby back. I want my chili baby back ribs.
Barbecue sauce.
Yuck! He's just tasted milk that's been in the fridge without the Arm & Hammer Blue fridge and freezer pack.
It absorbs odors that yuck up flavor.
With it, milk tastes like it should. Yum! Put a fresh box in your fridge and freezer today.
The difference between yuck and yum.
That's our program for tonight. Don't forget to watch Nightline after your local news and enjoy the rest of the holiday weekend. I'm John Miller.
And I'm Barbara Walters, and for all of us here at 2020, good night.
This has been a presentation of ABC News. More Americans get their news from ABC News than from any other source. ABC News, now traveling to all 50 states in 50 weeks in search of America.
Robert Redford in the network premiere, The Horse Whisperer, ABC Monday.
Oahu is ablaze in brush fires tonight, where they are and how they started. How the cancellation of last night's Kailua fireworks show is affecting the future of the popular display. Why Elizabeth Smart's parents want searchers to look in basements and shacks. And why SWAT officers in San Francisco soaked a car chase suspect with suds. Your news starts now.
You're watching Island Television KITV 4. Now get the whole story. This is KITV 4 News at 10.
Good evening on this Aloha Friday. Dan has the night off. Honolulu firefighters have been kept busy all day battling dozens of brush fires all over Oahu. KITV4's Tasha Gobashigawa is live at the Kaka'ako Fire Station with more. Tasha?
Paula, most of the brush fires were in the Leeward Oahu area, but required so much manpower that even this station here in town, Kaka'ako, had to relocate out to Waiau to help cover some of the unmanned areas. Waianae, Nanakuli, Mililani Mauka, Kunia, Hawaii Kai. These are just a few of the places firefighters battled brush fires over the past 48 hours. Here in Village Park, about 20 firefighters were called to put out a blaze on this hillside right behind a residential neighborhood. Close to 1 acre was charred, and witnesses told fire crews it was deliberately set.
They saw some kids, preteens, in the area playing with fireworks. They saw them walking away from the scene. Shortly afterwards, they saw some smoke and flames.
Strong winds and rough terrain made the fire tough to fight, but no one was injured. In Mililani Mauka, another brush fire this afternoon, this one also right across a row of homes. Fire Captain Kennison Tejada says this too appears to have been set by kids playing with fireworks. Tejada says it's frustrating for the department to consistently be called to these intentionally set fires. And what people don't realize is how dangerous brush fires can be and how it impacts the department's resources.
It takes us away from protecting the rest of the city. If we have 5 units here, we had another 5 units up at Mililani, that's 10 units that are out that can't protect other things that are going on around the island. So the responses are going to get longer if there's an emergency.
Since July 3rd, firefighters responded to more than 70 fires, both brush and rubbish. Here's how it breaks down. On July 3rd, fire crews responded to 3 brush fires. Yesterday, 31 brush fire calls, 29 of which HFD says was fireworks related. And today, another 21 calls. Captain Tejada says one of the busiest fire stations has been Nanakuli. Yesterday alone, they went out on 17 calls in one day, and that's very unusual for one fire company. Reporting live from Kakako, Tasha Kobashigawa, KITV4 News.
The fire department tonight is asking for your help in finding a possible missing kite surfer. Around 7 o'clock this evening, someone in Waialua reported seeing a kite surfer go down into the ocean. A kite was found floating in waters off of Mokule'a Beach Park, but no one has claimed it. Now, that surfing kite is described as fluorescent green with yellow stripes and black lettering. If this kite sounds familiar, if you know of a kite surfer who has failed to return to shore tonight, or if this is your kite, call 911. Arson investigators tonight looking for witnesses to an early morning fire that gutted 3 sailboats. Michael Feeney docked his boat at the Waikiki Yacht Club at about midnight after he and his friends celebrated the 4th of July. A few hours later, he got news that his boat was destroyed.
That's why there's no damage over here. This morning at about 6:30 a.m., I got a call from the Commodore down here that my boat had been set on fire.
Investigators say the arsonist used fuel to start the fire. 4 boats were also broken into. 2 of those were set up for a fire, but it was never ignited. If you have any information that can help police find the arsonist, call Crime Stoppers. Organizers of the Kailua Fireworks Show are already looking to next year. They plan to ask the state to allow them to use Flat Island to launch their rockets. KITV's Catherine Cruz has the story from Kailua.
Now, there should be enough island for everybody, the birds included.
That's what Chamber President Larry Lanning hopes to convince state and federal officials of. He will ask for special permission to use the federally protected bird sanctuary next July.
We only need a 3-car garage. 30 feet by 20 feet is sufficient.
Last night, gusty winds prevented a barge from being used to set off the fireworks display, and it was too risky to try it from shore. Store owners we talked to say they didn't make as much money as they did last year since the show was called off.
I would say it took about 10% off our business. The previous 4th of Julys, we were always packed while people were on their way to the beach, and we did miss that.
Some Kailua residents think the chamber will be hard-pressed to get the State Land and Natural Resources Department to give permission to use the bird sanctuary again.
Not with the DLNR, no. They won't let it go again, guaranteed.
But the chamber is adamant about not dropping what's become a Kailua tradition.
No way. We've done it for 52 years. I don't think we're going to quit. I know we're not going to quit.
Catherine Cruz, KITV4 News.
Honolulu City Council member John Yoshimura may be getting out of the lieutenant governor's race. He's expected to make the announcement at a press conference Monday. Sources close to Yoshimura say he's stepping down because he doesn't think he can win the Democratic primary. Those sources say Yoshimura will instead run for a state Senate seat in the newly redrawn 12th Senatorial District. Now, that's an area that stretches from Honolulu in the downtown area through Ala Moana. Representative Le'ahu Isa has also taken out papers to run for that seat as a Republican. Other political races are also taking shape. Former Hawaii Tourism Authority CEO Bob Fishman announced today he plans to run for Honolulu City Council. Fishman wants to represent District 4, which is an area that runs from Ala Moana to Makapu'u. Fishman is a longtime Hawaii Kai resident. And Hawaii's 2 congressional representatives made it official. Patsy Mink and Neil Abercrombie will both run for re-election. If Mink wins, it will be her 13th term in the U.S. House. Abercrombie is running for his 7th term. And so far, no one else has filed to run against either of them in the Democratic primary. Prosecutors are learning the inner secrets of a payoff scheme between Oahu bars and liquor inspectors. That's in part because of the confessions of an inspector who pleaded guilty today. Samuel Ho spent 5 years as a liquor inspector. He told prosecutors his supervisors told him he could take money from bars in return for overlooking liquor violations. In some of those cases, that meant ignoring the conduct of some bar employees.
Where people may be registered with the Liquor Commission as waitresses at a restaurant and be actually working as cocktail hostesses or entertainers in some of the strip bars.
The attorney for another inspector says at first the payment seemed harmless. Samuel Ho and the other inspector, Kenneth Wright, are cooperating with prosecutors. They're hoping their potential 10-year prison terms will be reduced to probation. Why Elizabeth Smart's parents are asking the public to take a second look at basements, cabins, and shacks. Why California police soaked this suspect with suds, and how Governor Cayetano came up with the name for his new puppy.
Get the whole story. This is KITV 4 News at 10 with Paula Akana, Dan Cook, Kathy Muneno Weather, and Robert Kekaula Sports.
KITV 4 News is sponsored by American Savings Bank. When you bank American, good things happen.
$14.92? Mom, where's the top right-hand cabinet? Second shelf. Check the carb, son. It's running rich.
Our employees know lots of things, but the thing they really know is how best to serve our customers. Bank American. Good things happen. American Savings Bank.
There's an easier way to find cash for the things you need. Visit the credit union section in Money Watch 4 on the HawaiiChannel.com. See how a home equity line of credit helps you pay less for the things you want. Log on. It'll save you money.
We believe that we can make a difference in the life of a child. We believe that education is the key to a better future. We believe that we can always find a way across any barrier. We believe in a lifetime of learning. And we believe that we can extend our reach and do more than ever before.
It's the Cutter Red, White, and Blue Blowout with a huge selection of over $50 million in new and used vehicles at clearance prices at all 11 Cutter locations. You'll find discounts up to $4,000, rebates up to $5,000, and financing as low as 0%. Plus, check today's advertiser for a special Cutter Bucks coupon for an additional $1,000 discount. It's Cutter size and Cutter wide. It's a red, white, and blue blowout with every Cutter store open till midnight this Friday and Saturday to serve you.
I have this radar, and I know exactly where to go.
Right to the sale rack.
You're like, oh, those are good. You just gotta buy them.
What will you find at Macy's Super Weekend?
KITV 4 News, sponsored by Hawaiian Electric, giving you the power to enjoy today and look forward to tomorrow.
A suit was filed against the United States of America today, claiming a woman died on an operating table in Texas as a result of medical malpractice by doctors at Tripler Army Medical Center. Now, according to the suit, in 1993, Tripler diagnosed Nicole A.H. Driggs with a clogged heart valve. It claims in 1997 a pattern of, quote, unjustified denial of medical treatment began, even though Driggs was then diagnosed with another condition that can cause heart attacks. On August 30th, 1998, Driggs went to Tripler after she experienced heart stoppage. She was sent home. She returned several times that week only to be sent home each time, and at one point the suit alleges an internist refused to admit her, saying she was, quote, overreacting. On September 3rd, she was admitted. It was determined her condition was critical and she needed surgery. She was flown to Texas, where she died September 23rd, 1998. She was 20 years old. The suit asks for an unspecified amount of damages. Hotel Workers Union Local 5 has canceled another Waikiki hotel contract. The union's negotiating committee canceled its contract with Hilton Hawaiian Village Wednesday night after receiving the hotel's latest offer. A union leader told KITV the offer was insulting. The union represents 1,500 workers at the Hilton Hawaiian Village.
Sheraton Hotel, Sheraton Hotel.
Earlier this week, workers rallied after the union canceled its contract with 4 Waikiki Sheraton hotels. They picketed at 2 of them, the Princess Kaiulani and Moana Surfrider. In the past, major Waikiki hotel companies, Sheraton, Hilton, and Hyatt, have negotiated as one with Local 5. This is the first year they're negotiating separately. Local 5 leaders say contract talks will continue with all of them. 3 strikes and you're walking. The governor signed into law today a new bill that imposes stricter penalties for drivers caught racing. KITV4's Denby Fawcett has the story.
The sad results of this crash inspired lawmakers to pass a bill to yank the cars from drivers caught racing 3 times. Catholic school teacher Elizabeth Keikoa was killed and 2 of her family members injured when this speeding black Honda slammed into the Keikoa's family van. Nick Tudisco, the driver of the Honda, had been cited before for speeding.
We have had some really tragic things happen on our highways and our freeways over the past year.
Liz Keikoa taught 3rd and 4th graders at Holy Trinity School.
I certainly am happy that the bill has been signed. It does somehow put some closure to Liz's death. I hope something good will come out of this. If it helps just one person, then it's worth it.
But Desjardins is disappointed the bill allows car forfeiture only if the driver is caught racing in his own car.
I would have liked to have seen it that no matter who owned the car would be taken away, because I really feel that parents need to step up to the plate and make sure that their children aren't out there speeding.
We still think it's a deterrent for racing in highways.
Under the new car racing law, first-time offenders may face up to $2,000 in fines and a year in prison. Denby Fawcett, KITV 4 News.
And the governor has a new companion. He's a 10-week-old German Shepherd puppy named BJ.
I have him over at Washington Place, and I'm training him to watch out for people with cameras.
Cayetano said they had names like King and Ikaika in mind, but he says the First Lady wanted a person's name, so she chose BJ, which happened to be Cayetano's first and middle initials. What police say the gunman in yesterday's LA shooting wanted to do when he walked into the terminal. And we'll show you the floods in Texas that are so bad, they're washing away entire homes. Coming up in sports, we'll show you how the Williams sisters are preparing for tomorrow's sibling showdown. And a relatively safe Independence Day caused the stock market to rally. The Dow was up more than 300 points today with light trading. We'll be right back.
You know, honey, we were the first house up here to get electricity. And those old porch lights were like magic to me. Ah, they showed me the way home.
Get some sleep now, honey.
Okay, Grandma. I have a little work to get out of the way first. Good night.
Good night.
Hawaiian Electric Company, giving you the power to enjoy today and look forward to tomorrow.
We've never met, but you know me.
I'm your waitress. I brought you your coffee.
I served you the drinks.
Can we ask you something?
8 hours in here is like smoking almost a pack a day. More of us die of lung cancer and heart disease than in any other women's profession.
That's why we're asking you to support the new law banning smoking in restaurants.
So go ahead, bring your friends and family, and enjoy smoke-free dining.
We promise to get your order right.
New triple layer shakes from Baskin-Robbins. It's a shake that thinks it's a sundae. Baskin-Robbins, what's your flavor?
This 4th of July, the Oahu Summer of Savings is ending with a bang. For a limited time, 0% financing is back, and now it's even better. For a few days only, get 0% financing plus $1,000 cash back. Choose from bestsellers like Ford F-Series, Ford Ranger, or Ford Explorer, and get a never-seen-before deal, 0% financing plus $1,000 cash back. But the Summer of Savings ends July 7th, so don't miss your final days to cash in on this great offer. Hurry in now for huge summer savings, only at your Oahu Ford stores.
KITV 4 News, sponsored by AT&T Wireless. Welcome to M-Life.
The El Al flight that was canceled yesterday because of a shooting at LAX airport arrived safely today in Israel. The gunman in that shooting went to the airport with the intention to kill. The FBI says Hisham Mohammed Hadayat was carrying a .45 caliber handgun, a 9mm handgun, and a 6-inch knife, plus more ammunition. Investigators have not ruled out any motive for the crime. According to the FBI, Hadayat had not had a criminal record and was never on the FBI watch list. He was a limousine driver living in Irvine, California. He had been in the United States for 10 years. The family of the missing Utah teen is asking the public to search in deserted cabins and shacks this holiday weekend. Elizabeth Smart's father made the request because he believes people will be in those areas where they normally aren't during the week. Today marked 1 month since the kidnapper took Elizabeth from her home. Her father made this plea to the kidnapper.
And I would ask him to please find it in his heart, find it in his mind that it is time to let her go and to please let her come home to where she's loved and where she feels comfortable.
Police have not made any arrest in the case. It is still raining tonight in south central Texas. The flooding has gotten so bad, dams are overflowing and calm rivers have turned into rapids. The floodwaters have so much force, they're washing away entire homes. Damage in Texas estimated in the tens of millions of dollars. People here that we see return to their home today.
Oh, my God. No.
They found a total loss. 7 people have died there so far, and rain is predicted to continue through the weekend. Heavy rains are also coming down in Shanghai, China. A tropical storm there blew down homes at a construction site. 44 people were injured. The storm also caused a mess at the Shanghai airport. At least 190 flights have been canceled. Planes have been diverted to other cities. SWAT team officers near San Francisco used an unusual weapon to get a car chase suspect out of his vehicle. They sprayed the man with fire retardant foam. Now, officers used the foam because they had reports the driver had doused himself with gasoline. They eventually got the man and his passenger out. Police began chasing the car after the driver crossed the San Francisco Bay Bridge going 100 miles per hour. Coming up tomorrow morning in the Honolulu Star Bulletin, Honolulu's ocean safety officials are seeking answers to a string of recent drownings which have taken place within a 22-day period. Lawmakers take to name-calling over a proposed special session to override a campaign spending veto. And classic rock and roll hits the airwaves as alternative rock station 105.9 switches its format. We're going to have weather for you, local island weather, right after this.
Sports Break 4. Who was the first UH 4-time All-American? Tom Henderson, Dietrich Collins, or Angelica Lundqvist? Back in 30.
This is your appetite talking. How about something tasty?
Introducing Arby's Market Fresh Ultimate BLT.
Ooh, the bread is so soft. All that bacon, so peppery. And those toppings, so fresh.
Arby's new Market Fresh Ultimate BLT.
BLT's me.
Made fresh to order. It'll change the way you think about fast food.
Give in to your grown-up tastes.
Volleyballer Angelica Lundqvist was named All-American 4 times.
Both sides trusted me. They knew I had their best interests at heart.
People say business and labor unions can't get along. Maisie Hirono doesn't believe it.
I met with the unions and businesses. I asked them to move forward with me because this bill was going to help us all.
Maisie solved a long-standing problem in a single legislative session.
When you can get business and labor working together, anything is possible.
Maisie Hirono, governor. Tested, trusted, ready.
You did it, Hawaii. You made school tools a big success.
Your generosity will touch the lives of thousands of our keiki.
We were proud to team up with you and these caring sponsors.
School tools.
I'm next in the shower.
A lot of people put in solar water heating systems when they find out they can get a $750 rebate from Hawaiian Electric. Of course, the 35% tax credit doesn't hurt either. But the reason these same people are still happy years later is because they keep saving on their electric bill month after month and year after year.
Sorry, Dad.
It's okay. For more information, call 94 Power. Hawaiian Electric, giving you the power.
George is rushed to the ER.
Gary, kill me. What, kind of like this? What are you doing?
Next, Seinfeld.
Tonight on Island Television, KITV 4.
It was perfect weather tonight for a bon dance. The Mo'ili'ili Hongwanji Mission held its annual bon dance tonight at the community center there. The event attracted dancers, young and old, many of them dressed in traditional kimono.
Now, Weather Watch 4 with Kathy Moneno.
Kathy has the night off, and we will have your 4th of July weekend forecast in just a moment. But first, a look at the current conditions at the airport. Current temperature in Honolulu, 77 degrees, relative humidity 66%. The winds are blowing east-northeast from 18 miles per hour. Strong high pressure to the north should keep our trade strong through the coming week. A lot of high clouds moving in over the state, and the state will stay dry. Hi, Dan.
Hi. Can I jump in here, Paula? On Doppler radar, some light showers are now moving over Oahu, Hana, and the windward side of the Big Island. The rain should be kept mainly to the morning and nighttime hours. Over the next 4 days, you can expect partly cloudy skies with sunnier skies on Tuesday. Highs should stay near the mid-80s, and the strong trades should cool us off.
In today's almanac, the high in Honolulu was about 86 degrees. The record of 91 was set in 1995, and the overnight low was 76 degrees.
Other highs across the state were in the low to upper 80s. Kona was the hot spot with 88 degrees.
Looking at tomorrow's Asian forecast, there should be thunderstorms in Seoul, Taipei, Hong Kong, Bangkok, and Manila, mainly because of the typhoon which is nearby. Beijing and Tokyo should have some nice weather in the low to mid-80s.
Back here in Paradise, waves on the South Shore should be rising 3 to 5 feet tomorrow, which reminds me I'll be late for work tomorrow. By Sunday, South Shore heights could top 6 feet, and North and West Shores are 2 to 4 feet, and it's 1 to 3 on the east side. Caution is advised for all Hawaiian waters.
You could hit just about any shore then, huh?
There you go.
Now for your overnight forecast, partly cloudy skies with a few Mauka showers, lows in the low to mid-70s. And tomorrow more of the same, partly cloudy conditions with isolated Mauka showers. Our highs in the mid-80s, and those trades should be breezy, blowing at 10 to 25 miles per hour. Dan's here now with sports and baseball.
That's right. Lots of baseball. The first 14-game winner, actually, in baseball. We got that coming up in sports. Also coming up, baseball bids goodbye to one of its greats.
KITV 4 News, sponsored by Finance Factors, Hawaii's choice for home loans. Finance Factors knows about home loans. We'd better know. We've been in business for 50 years now, and we're celebrating the Big 5-0 with incredible low rates on home loans and refinancing. Low rates, local service at Finance Factors, Hawaii's choice for home loans.
Fire break. Basic lessons of fire safety that can save lives.
Sparky has a message for Keiki and grown-ups. Matches and lighters are tools for adults only. Teach Keiki to tell a grown-up if they find matches or lighters. Never touch them. Protect Keiki by keeping all fire tools up high, out of sight and reach of curious little hands.
Fire break. Brought to you by the Hawaii Firefighters Association. Firefighters, we're here to help you.
A good education begins early. It plants the seeds of success in the fertile minds of our keiki. And the only thing more rewarding than educating children is educating more children. Kamehameha Schools, extending the reach.
Aloha! All of us at Star Markets would like to thank you for helping to make our Isles of Miles program a huge success.
I like the Isles of Miles program because I use Hawaiian Airlines.
It's just everything you buy here, it goes right onto your Hawaiian Miles card.
Shelves are well stocked. The workers are always friendly, and you find what you need every day.
We always buy raw fish here to make poke.
Then you get this wonderful mileage. You know, it's great.
Star Market, it's a 5-star experience.
This segment of KITV 4 News is sponsored by Star Markets, where shopping is a 5-star experience.
Now, KITV 4 Sports with Robert Kekaula.
Good evening. Robert Kekaula is still playing with Sparklers. I'm Dan Meisenzoll. Arizona ace Kurt Schilling became baseball's first 14-game winner tonight. Kurt stuck it to the Giants. Got Barry Bonds swinging right there, one of his 11 Ks. He went the distance and finished the 4-hitter. Schilling's now 14-3, 2-1 the final. For the third time in 4 games, the A's rallied in the 9th to win. Tonight, a 4-3 victory over the Royals. The game winner, this 2-run double by John Mabry. The Twins shocked the Mariners with an 8-run outburst in the 7th. The big blow, the grand slam by Torrey Hunter. 8-4, the final in that one. Big league brother Mike Fetters picked up his first win of the season today. The Pirates reliever pitched a scoreless inning of relief in a 4-3 victory over the Astros. In the loss, check out Jeff Bagwell. Bobbles the grounder, then flips it between his legs for the out. Worth another look. Bounce it. Hut. Sorry. As for the rest of our brothers, no run for Chris Truby or Benny Agbayane. The sports world lost one of its greats, Ted Williams. The last man to hit 400 died of a heart attack today. Considered by many to be the greatest hitter to ever play the game, Williams finished a lifetime .344 batting average and 521 home runs, despite serving in World War II and the Korean War in the prime of his career, 5 years total. The Hall of Famers, a 2-time MVP and 2-time Triple Crown winner, but his greatest feat happened in 1941 when the star for the Boston Red Sox batted .406. The splendid Splinter, gone at the age of 83. Before today's game against the Tigers, the Red Sox honored Williams with a playing of taps and a moment of silence. Boston players wore black armbands to honor number 9. But Detroit won the game. Tigers scored 4 runs in the 6th, 2 off the Ramon Santiago 2-run single. Of course, it's a 2-run single. 9-5, the final. Tomorrow, tennis's sister act takes center court at Wimbledon. Top seed Venus Williams battles younger sis Serena, the 2nd seed, for the title. So how do you prep for a Grand Slam title match against your sister? Well, you do it by teaming up and pounding on the competition in doubles play. The Williams destroyed Tina Krizan and Katrina Surbotnik, 6-2 and 6-love. Venus and Serena advance to the semifinals of doubles play. On the men's side, number 1 Leighton Hewitt defeated Tim Henman, the 4th seed, to advance to Sunday's finals. He'll play the winner of the Xavier Malisse David Nalbandian semi. That match suspended today due to darkness. Round 2 of a major. You know what? Let's just go ahead and roll that tape. Women's U.S. Open. Hey, Nancy Lopez, take a bow. The Hall of Famer missed the cut in her 25th and final Open. She's retiring at the end of the year. Annika Sorenstam, check her out. The long par putt on number 12, part of her 1-under 69. She's in a 3-way tie with Julie Inkster and Laura Diaz. The chip for birdie on her very first hole of the day. All 3 of them, they're at 1 under. 2-time defending champ Corey Webb failed to make the cut. First time that's happened in 56 tournaments. One last golf shot from the European Open. Jamar Sandelin on the par 3/8, 164 yards out. And that's a hole-in-one. It's Ireland, so Sandelin decides to dance a jig. I'd be dancing too if I got a hole-in-one.
Yeah.
On the putt-putt, I'd be dancing if I got a hole-in-one.
But you're going to be surfing.
I might be surfing. I got to talk to the missus and the 2-year-old. And you're going to be off, huh?
I'm going to be off. I'm going to be playing with my puppy.
Excellent.
Yeah. All right. We have a good weekend.
You too.
Thank you for spending your Aloha Friday with us. Stay safe this holiday weekend. Aloha.
Good night.